Here we are at the Oval with the unmistakable figure and face of Merv Hughes. He's smiling despite it being a bit of a tricky summer for the Aussies so far, something we're not used to. But actually, Merv, right back to your early days in Test match cricket, it wasn't, I mean, we're used to you winning, but you weren't winning at the start, were you?
No, I think 86, 87 was my first introduction in the Ashes series, and we lost that series 3-1 in Australia. David Gower, Mike Gadding, Ian Botham, so to lose that 3-0, to have another 3 Ashes series and win those, so 89, 90, 91 and 93. It was good to end on a winning note, certainly, but had some nasty experiences in my first encounter with England.
Never nice to lose, but there are positives out of defeat, if you see what I mean, in that this lot will go home to Australia. A lot of lessons learned, and as you proved back in the 80s, you turned the losing side into, well, an unbeatable side for a while.
Yeah, listen, it's interesting. If you had a look at all the statistics, the runs and the wickets, you wouldn't think it was a 3-0 result at this stage, leading into the 4th Test match. And a lot comes down to the toss of the coin. England have won 3 tosses and won 3 games, and we had a look at the wicket out here, and it's going to be very, very hard to win the game if you don't win the toss. It's going to be good batting for the first 2 days, and it's going to get harder and harder. So runs on the board is very important. We've seen that in all the Test matches. At Old Trafford, when Australia won the toss and had first use of the pitch, they showed what they can do. So hopefully they can win the toss here, and from my point of view, hopefully they turn around and have a win. And 3-1 result in a Test series is a lot better than 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, how important is that, Merv? Because obviously we all get going again in Brisbane, don't we, in only a couple of months, 3 months' time. So the Aussies, return home on the back of a win. Is that going to make a difference mentally?
Well, mentally, there's no doubt about that. But I think they would have taken a lot of positives from the first Test match. Certainly the Old Trafford Test match, and even at Durham, they probably got themselves into a winning position. Led on the first innings, chasing 300, done for 100, but England just showed what a quality side that they are. So, listen, there's been a lot of positives taken out of it. To win a Test match, yes, Australia would take a lot of positives from that, but with the series over and the Ashes remaining in England, ultimately it really doesn't matter, but you'd want to see, I'd like to see Australia put in a very good performance here and give them some confidence going forward, and with a good performance, that probably means that they'd settle with this side, and if Australia put in a bad performance here, they may tinker with the team again, and there's been a lot of tinkering over the last probably 4 Test matches, and what we need is a little bit of stability, so hopefully they can put in a good performance.
Now, you guys, when you were winning, like all good teams, were ruthless. You kept the foot on the jugular. So should England enjoy their moment? Because looking at the wealth of young talent Australia has, is it only a matter of time before they come good?
You enjoy winning, and as a player, you don't expect to win every game. You'd like to think that you can, but ultimately you're not going to win every game that you're playing. You have some good games and bad games. You come up an opposition that are cherry ripe, and you're a little bit underdone. So yeah, listen, England, like as we did for a long time, you enjoy it when you're up, and you roll with the punches when things aren't going that well. At the moment for Australia, we're rolling with the punches, and England are pretty chirpy. So life's good for the Englishmen and not so good for the Australians.
Okay, predictions for the Oval Test and for the return Ashes.
Well, whoever wins the toss is more likely to win the game. So I'll go with Michael Clarke calling correctly. Haven't been that far away, and to lose this 4-0 would be hard to take. To lose at 3-0 would be tough, but if we go home with a 3-1 result, that'd be nice. So listen, it's going to be hard to do, but if we win the toss, we're going to have to play well, and England are going to have to probably be a little bit off, but hopefully Australia can win the toss and win the game, and then going back home during the English winter, it's going to be tough for Australia. We've seen that if they win the toss, they can be competitive, but we'll have to win a lot of the toss of the coins over there, and a lot of things will have to go right for Australia to win. So I just think England have got the more settled and better side at the moment, and it's going to be tough for the Australians. But having said that, tough doesn't mean that it's a certainty for England. If England don't play well, then Australia might be able to sneak it.
Okay, thank you, Merv.
Not a problem.